You're watching Rogers TV.
On today's episode of Simply Cooking by MmmChef, I'm joined by my zia Pina, who is the best pastry chef that I know. Have you ever wanted to watch me do a traditional Italian recipe with one of my family members? Well, oggi è la giornata. Welcome to maybe my favorite episode I'm ever going to do. I am joined today by my Aunt Pina, who is a dream come true for me to have an Italian family member on my show and coming to teach us a traditional recipe that we eat at every holiday meal. It's called Crispelle. Pina is a brand new nonna, and she is also the most extraordinary pastry chef, baker. She goes above and beyond for every family celebration. She did all the desserts at my wedding shower, and for my wedding, she even made me this huge, like, human-sized croissant that she then filled with handmade little puff pastry?
Puff pastry. Like
and we she filled, anyway, she's just amazing. So I am just so excited to have her on the show today. She is going to teach us how to make crispelle, which are an Italian, Southern Italian dessert. She grew up in Acri Cosenza with my stepmom. So, you know, aunt, not aunt, same difference, right?
Same thing.
Tell us what you brought and show us what you're going to do.
Well, we have the usual thing. We're going to start with the flowers,
Yes.
and then we have a little bit of melted butter. A cup of sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and this is my favorite thing in the whole world,
limoncello.
I know a lot of people use a grappa.
Yeah.
You can put white wine.
Yeah.
Depends on your taste.
You know? Okay,
My
so it's a traditional dough that has a little bit of alcohol or spirits inside of it. Grappa, limoncello.
Not really good for kids, but you know, when you cook, all the alcohol is gonna go away.
Yeah, absolutely. So. We're gonna be deep frying these, so definitely the alcohol will not be there anymore.
It's gonna just, the taste is gonna stay there.
Yeah.
And also 2 eggs, and we have 250 grams of flour.
250 grams of flour. Okay, when this episode airs, I'll post the recipe.
Yes. I also put like a little bit of lemon zest in here.
Okay, to give it that flavor. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, you mix. So while she mixes this and puts this all together, I'm just going to tell everyone what I'm going to be doing. She makes the best tiramisu in the whole world. So many different flavors. The traditional one is just coffee, but she's done pistachio, Nutella, lemon, strawberry, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show just a really simple fake tiramisu, because when I make it, I don't usually add eggs. You know who taught me this one? Raffaella's sister Juliana.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's very good, and so my aunt in Italy, she taught me how to make this one without eggs. I've got some whipping cream on the bottom of my bowl, and I'm going to be stirring in some mascarpone cheese, which is really expensive right now. So you can certainly use some softened cream cheese if it's out of your budget. I'm going to add maple syrup for sweetness, which is not Italian.
Not at all.
No, but that's Daniela, okay. And some vanilla. And while I do that, she is making the dough and going to show you the consistency that she wants for that. So how long have you been making crispelle for?
Well, we learn as soon as you can walk.
Okay.
Like, as soon as you can talk, your mom is going to put you in the kitchen, is going to put you in a bowl, you do it.
So this is something you've been watching and helping be made since you were very, very little.
Very young. Like, you know, in our family, everybody has to do their part, you know.
Absolutely. I never made crispelle when I was younger. But my nonna makes the culinary, which are...
She's really good to do
that. Of like a donut look. It looks like a donut, but there's yeast in the dough?
Yes.
This one doesn't have any leavener, right?
No.
So it's just a smooth...
Yes, it's just a smooth
And it
dough.
doesn't really rise because you don't want...
It doesn't rise when it's like this, but when you cook it, then
it gets the bubbles.
All the bubbles.
Right.
Yes.
I'm
There is
folding
just,
mine, and she's mixing hers by hand. If you had like a mixer at home or a food processor at home, would it
doesn't
work
take
in
too
there?
long. It only takes like 2 minutes to do like this, or it takes like 10.
5 minutes, and then you got to clean the machine. Yeah, that's true.
No, I'd rather do this just to clean one bowl.
Actually, that's so true. So sometimes when I'm cooking at people's houses, I make them pizza, and they will leave the mixer on the counter for me. But I don't use it because doing it with your hands sometimes is faster.
Much faster. You don't have so much dishes to wash.
It's true. It's true. Okay. You're looking for it to not be sticking on your... I see that it doesn't stick on your hands anymore.
I can just do this on the cutting board now.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, how like, you know, how long have you been in Canada?
Well, I've been in Canada for 37 years.
Wow. So she grew up making this stuff in Italy, and she's obviously using the exact same recipe that she would use there. Yeah. But what's different is the flour.
The flour over here is very different. I don't know why, but it doesn't stick the same, like it doesn't have the same
consistency. Yeah. And you were saying that when you were growing up, like, you know, my family too, they didn't just go to the store to buy flour.
No, we have our own grain. We make our own flour. We have our own farm, like a potato.
Yes.
Animal. Everything.
And Nona said that she would go and she didn't have grain farm, but she would go and help pick it, and then they would collect the grains, and then you bring it to not to town or to the guy,
to the mill.
The mill, sorry, and you pay them to mill it for you.
Yes. Yeah, it's same thing. Like my dad used to do the same thing. We used to.
So also, flour's really fresh there.
Fresh all the time.
So it's not sitting on a counter or sitting on a shelf for 6 months. It's something that is made all the time, and then you're using it fresh all the time.
No, you can just have your staff bring it to the mill, and they do it for you in front of you if you want.
That's really cool. We have some old mills here in the Ottawa area, but like they don't really operate anymore. But back in the old days, that's how everybody, you know, got their flour for baking.
Yeah. So this is done.
Okay. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It just take like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's the consistency.
It's nice and soft and a little bit sticky.
A little bit.
Do you put it in the fridge to cool down before you use it?
This has to stay in the fridge for half an hour, 40 minutes.
Okay.
You can keep it even for an hour, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I had a Ziploc bag.
This one here?
No, that's okay. I'm going to grab a Ziploc bag from here because I'm going to use this as a fake piping bag for my mascarpone and whipped cream mixture. Earlier, I perked some espresso in the macchinetta. Let's talk about the macchinetta.
The mocha.
The mocha pot. So this is a traditional Italian way of making coffee. There is no better tasting coffee than comes out of this machine. Most of us modern day Italians have, you know, like a really nice machine on the counter, like my dad.
Some people have it too.
I have it too, but there's nothing like this.
No, I have one at home that it's like almost 50 years old.
50 years old.
And I'm still using them.
And you don't wash it in the way that, like, you don't
soap.
put soap in there. It's like a cast iron. You can't put soap in there. You only rinse it with just hot water, and like you can wipe it with a cloth or whatever.
You dry it.
And then you make sure you dry it right away.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a cast iron because, like, the more you make coffee in it,
the more it tastes better.
Like, it almost seasons it. So hers, that's 50 years old, makes a more delicious cup than mine because mine is only about 4 years old. So, anyway, so I am putting this in a piping bag. I'm going to put my lady fingers on the bottom of my cups here, and I'm going to pour the espresso over top. Some people put sugar in the espresso.
I don't want to do it.
I don't do it either because the cookies are
the
sweet
cookies
enough.
Are sweet. The
mascarpone is sweet. Exactly.
You don't need it.
So you don't need it, but some people do. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and while I do this, we have our deep fryer. It's getting hot. What temperature do you like to set it to for frying crispelle? Like 375?
Just to do 375, and I like to try one at first
and
to see
test it out.
Yeah, we'll test it out.
Okay, are you going to show us how to roll out the dough?
I will.
Excellent. So she brought the pasta machine.
This is already been in the fridge for a little while.
Okay, so now it's a little bit more firm.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
there you
look
go.
at that.
More cheesy to work with.
She's using a pasta machine because it's fast and quick work.
And this you don't have to wash. You just have to wipe it.
That's true. But if you at home don't have a real pasta machine, you just have to use a rolling pin. A knife, yeah, here.
Oh, there you go.
A rolling pin, and you roll it out really, really thin. Okay. We want to soak the cookies. The thing that I like when I'm judging somebody's tiramisu, I judge it by how wet the cookies are. Like if there's a cookie in there, if I take a spoon and I take a bite and there's a cookie in there that isn't wet and it is still crunchy, fail.
Yes.
You know, you want the cookies to be like mushy, because the longer it sits, they will absorb more. If you don't drink coffee, you can use decaf if you're afraid of caffeine, of course.
Yeah. If you make it for kids, you can make it for kids. Juice.
You don't have to use coffee.
You can make some juice.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Sometimes, actually, when I am craving something sweet at the end of the night, I will actually put a couple of these in a cup, and then I will squeeze the juice of a whole lemon on top of the cookies, and then the cookies taste like lemon, and then I'll just put some whipped cream on there, and it's like a fake lemon, you know, quick dessert. And then when I see that there is too much coffee, I just add another little piece of cookie so that it will soak it up really nicely. Oh wow, that is so fast. You can see the beautiful finished product that she has over there. She sprinkled them with
some
powdered sugar, but you can also just like eat them as is, without the powdered sugar on them, I mean. And you'll see the different shapes. She's got all these different shapes that she's making. Are these traditional shapes that like your mom taught you how to make a long time ago?
This is the most one that we used to in my little town. Like, you know.
It looks like a little round pinwheel.
Yeah, the little rose.
Yeah.
But you know, after time, you know, people start to be more modern. So we make it like twisted. We make it just a little
triangles.
Yeah. Fun little squares.
Awesome. No rules now.
No rules.
No rules now.
You do whatever you have, whatever leftover you have, and you fix it.
So some other desserts that she makes that are just out of this world. She makes these little, is it nocciole?
Noccioline.
Noccioline. And they are, they look like an acorn. Or they look like a hazelnut.
It looks like a hazelnut.
And they are a little cookie on the outside, and then inside a little piece of Nutella. A piece, but like a little drop of Nutella.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, they're so dangerous. They're so dangerous.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do that because it's like a really small piece of dough that you have to make it and put it together. Like, it takes a lot of time.
And there's cocoa powder in it to make it like darker.
Yes. Yeah.
And then she bakes the cookies separate. They're like little tiny in these forms that you get. She bakes them and then individually has to like glue them together
with
to
the
turn
Nutella.
in. Yeah. So I don't have patience like that. That's why I'm more of a cook, and that's why she's the best of all, because not only is she talented, but she obviously has a lot. You have to have a lot of patience.
You need a lot of patience
to be able to do stuff like this, right?
A little piece of thing, just to wrap it up. It takes.
Okay, so show me what you got.
So here we got
very thin.
Very thin.
I'm going to show the thinness. And I can see the little dots of lemon zest that you put inside there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Could you change it up a little? You know, maybe you could do orange zest sometime. You could leave it out.
You can leave it out if you don't like the lemon. You put some orange, like the same thing like the limoncello. You don't like limoncello, you put the grappa, you put
that's right. Or like if you were using sambuca, you could put in the little fennel seeds.
Yeah.
I don't really like that flavor, but it's very traditional, that flavor, right?
Anisette,
yes. Anise flavor.
It's very good. I love anisette, so.
Okay, you show me now.
So now what are we gonna do my little...
She has her little tool that is like
tool.
Oh, a fluting tool or something like that that makes the edges nice.
Called rotella.
Rotella. Oh, because that's the word for like a wheel, right?
Yes, it's just wheels. So if you want to make a little
beautiful
like this, or so that's one shape.
Beautiful. We can test one. We can test one. I think the oil is hot. I think one won't make too much noise.
Let's put the leftover.
So this is how we test it?
Yeah, with the leftover.
I don't think it's hot enough.
No.
No. Okay, that's okay.
A little bit higher.
We're gonna wait for it to get a little bit hotter, and you're gonna show us the different shapes you make, and then also maybe you show us how to make your rose.
Yep, I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay, excellent. And while you're doing that, I put my mascarpone whipped cream mix in this Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to take this knife or a pair of scissors and cut the end off. You could use a spoon, but this just makes it cleaner work, of course. Very nice. If you wanted to flavor a tiramisu, when you make a flavored one like pistachio or Nutella, where do you put the pistachio cream? In the mascarpone?
In the mascarpone, you mix it together with the mascarpone.
So it's not white anymore.
No.
So the Nutella one would turn brown, and the pistachio one would be greenish.
Green, light greenish.
Yeah. So if you want to change the flavor of your tiramisu, you want to put the flavor in the cream. Excellent. Oh. Very nice. Then I'm just going to take these 4 little pieces of cookie, and I will pour the coffee right on top of them. Usually there's a couple layers, but this is just a perfect little sweet treat. It doesn't have to be big. A traditional tiramisu is usually made like in a casserole dish, right?
Yes.
As one big, almost like a cake. Right?
Yep.
And then, you know, you cut it and you serve it in squares. But when I'm doing a dinner party for somebody, I like to do it in the individual.
Individual
because I think it looks really, you know, really, really pretty.
Nobody's touching it.
Yeah. And then you put that in the fridge and you want to let it cool because you don't want to serve it when the coffee is still hot. So we are getting a little bit low on time, but she made these beautiful rows, and so then when you put it in the fryer, it's going to
grow
like open like a flower, actually. So this is still not at the temperature that we want it. The little piece in there didn't cook like we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the break, and when we come back from the break, we'll show you a couple coming out of the fryer, and we'll try. We'll see you then. On the break, we fried up a bunch of these. You can see how nice and brown and crispy they are. I'm going to dump them into this bowl with paper towel so that it can soak up some of the moisture. And then Pina's going to drop just her beautiful little rose in, and we'll drop it into the oil. And to show you guys how that kind of opens up on its own. Okay, she uses a little tongs or fork to kind of maneuver it around the oil so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. If someone doesn't have a deep fryer at home, they would use a pot on the stove that has nice sides so that it doesn't splatter.
High.
Yeah. And then you want to make sure the oil has a good thickness, right?
Yeah, you have to cover the dough.
To make sure that when you're putting your things in, it covers. But, you know, you don't need to have like...
You don't need to have a deep fryer,
machine or anything like that, no. All right, so with this leftover espresso, I'm going to pour us a little cup here. espresso coffee is a way of life, you know?
Yes.
There's not, you know,
Can't survive without
you can't
coffee.
survive without it, and there's no such thing as too much.
Nope.
No, you know,
Yeah,
sometimes when I'm at my dad's house, we're there for a holiday. How many times does he make coffee for us? Like seven?
Every minute.
Like oh, you want another one?
Every 5 minutes we'll ask, oh, do you want an
You want another one?
espresso?
You want another one?
Yeah.
My dad has the machine downstairs and upstairs, so it doesn't matter where we are.
You can make
we can make a coffee
anytime.
in 2 seconds. I would say sometimes, you know, some of my memories growing up is, you know, at 4 o'clock in the morning when my dad was going to work, hearing the machine.
Yes.
Like it wakes you up because, you know, that's just the sound of the espresso.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this, so it doesn't make any noise.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So I'm just gonna
Flip it over. Too hot? No, I got it.
it's
Look at
hot.
that. See, it kind of opened up a little bit, and it turned itself into a flower. I love it. I'm going to move this stuff off this plate, which is just showing everyone the mascarpone and the coffee grinds. Let's plate these, and then we can top them with some sugar.
There you go. That's another one, nice and
Golden.
fingers.
Some people like us who are always cooking and frying and touching hot things, you know, she's using her hands to just throw that in. I just touched a freshly fried crisp. Maybe don't do that at home.
No.
You know, you can use a tongs to put that in there. You could use even a pair of kitchen gloves, like, will help
It's a
with
big
the
help.
heat. And so you can use gloves. But if you're a professional like us, you know, if your hands don't have any feeling left in them, you can certainly do that. And see, they don't have a leavener in them, but they actually do have little bubble.
Yeah,
and they
because
puff up
when
just a little bit.
When you fold it in the machine, you fold it like 3 or 4 times. The more you fold it, the more the dough becomes.
Because of the layers.
Yes.
That makes
the
sense.
butter, it makes it all the layers and all the
Yeah.
bubbles.
And I was just asking her, so in Italy, you know, you don't have a deep fryer, you don't have canola oil or vegetable oil or sunflower oil from the grocery store. You really only have olive oil.
Olive oil,
which is
and
too expensive for frying, and also it has a flavor.
Yeah, it's a flavor, yes.
So we use
a lard,
lard.
that we made for our pigs, you know?
So what we would call here tallow, like from beef it's called tallow, from the pig it's called lard.
Lard, yeah.
And it's just like the fat that has been cooked down, right?
Yeah.
Like you take all the pieces of
It's
fat
been melted.
and you put it into a pot on low, and you let all of the oil kind of come out of the
Yeah.
pieces of lard, and then you strain it, right?
Yes,
And then
you clean it.
you clean it, and it's like a white. When it's solid, it looks like a white butter when it's solid.
Yeah, like a white piece of soap.
Yeah, and then it melts, and it's perfect for frying. A long time ago, before
before all
before McDonald's and all those things,
stuff.
or even like back when McDonald's started, like they were frying their French fries in beef tallow. They were using real, you know, fry oil. So today, I bought sunflower oil, which is my favorite to use as a flavorless oil. Avocado oil works really too.
Vegetable
oil works well too.
Oil.
So I put some unconventional things in my espresso. I put a little bit of maple syrup and vanilla, which is not Italian.
No.
But usually you just put like 2 scoops of sugar or whatever. We
Whatever you
don't
like.
put milk in your shot of espresso.
No, you can put a shot of sambuca.
Yes, but no milk. That becomes a cappuccino, or it becomes something else, right?
Yes.
Which we don't have after 11 o'clock in the morning.
No.
No milk in your coffee after breakfast.
No cappuccino after 11 o'clock.
Why is that? Do you know why?
It's because the milk doesn't make your the digestion.
Okay.
You don't digest.
Yeah. Italians have their little
Instead of the
superstitions
espresso,
and
it's
things like
just
that. You know, like no
they
swimming
say
after
that,
you eat.
but if I want a cappuccino in the afternoon, I'm just gonna have a cappuccino.
I mean,
don't care about my
definitely,
digestion.
I drink cappuccinos in the afternoon, but I mean, if we go to Italy, we're not going to order a
No way.
cappuccino.
They're gonna kick you out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're very strict about, you know.
About food, yes, they're really.
And you know what I love is that Italian cuisine, this is very biased, but it is the best in the world because it's the only one you can find everywhere. Yeah. You go to the Philippines, there's pizza. You go to Mexico, there's pasta. You go to Thailand, they have their own version of pizza and prosciutto in the way that Italian food is all over the world because everybody loves it.
It's good.
It's good, yeah. So
it's fattening, but it's good. Like,
not all of it, you know, like tomato salad, insalata. Some pasta's not that fattening, you know. Like we use real ingredients.
Yeah, they're all fresh.
Everything is always from scratch, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to make everything from scratch.
Do you have your little sugar powder?
Sugar powder over here.
So we're gonna show everybody the little powdered sugar.
So be careful, don't burn yourself.
I'm gonna unplug this.
Just put them over here. I can do them over here.
And I'm gonna move this to my side. There we go. So powdered sugar is a traditional way here, but like she said, like in Italy, there was no powdered sugar.
No, we used to put a regular sugar.
Just regular sugar.
And powdered sugar, it's another thing to hide your mistakes.
Oh, so that it looks prettier?
It looks pretty. If you made a bobo, you're gonna hide it. There you go. There you go.
Okay, I have to eat one, okay? I already drank my coffee, so here's yours.
Mine.
And you can, like, some people dip, right? Some people dip their
Crispelle. You can do whatever you want. There's no rules
in your
about
coffee.
Food. You can have this with your espresso. You can have this with a glass of wine. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Actually, my dad sometimes he dips in his glass of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At night, when you're done work, when you're done in your kitchen, you're done your dishes, you just set it. There's a glass of wine, one piece of this. Just
the
enjoy
taste
yourself.
of my childhood. There's nothing like it. So this just came out of the fryer, so it's still a little bit soft because as soon as you're done cooking.
This one here, there.
But these ones she did a little bit while ago, and I will show you.
This.
Watch this crisp.
And
nice
there's
and
nothing
crispy.
inside.
Nice and crunchy. Oh my goodness.
Very fluffy.
And you would keep these in an airtight container on the counter, right?
I'll keep it outside for a little bit, maybe for a day, so they'll be nice and...
And then you can also freeze them.
You can freeze them.
But you should probably freeze them without the powdered sugar, right?
Yes, yes.
Before, so if you're gonna make a big batch of these, you just keep the ones that you're gonna eat in the next few days with the sugar, and then put the rest in the freezer, and then when you serve them, you can put the powdered sugar on.
You can just take it out. They don't take too long to defrost.
Well, honestly, Pina, I have loved having you. It means so much to me. You are just so wonderful, and you inspire me every time I taste your food, and every time we spend holidays together, you inspire me so much. I love you so much. Everyone, I hope you had as much fun as me, and I hope you try this recipe at home. We will see you next time on Simply Cooking by MmmChef. Thanks, Pina.
Thank you.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
This is Ben Weiss of the Historical Society of Ottawa. Join us for a new series here on Rogers TV, where we explore Ottawa's fascinating history, the people, places, and events that shape the city we live in today. Join us as we go time traveling exclusively on